Okay, welcome to Flash CS5 basic drawing tools. So what we're going to do is just learn how to make these basic drawings using some of the tools that you have in the presets. Now with our tools bar on the side here, you can see that I've obviously used it before because there's been a few color changes. If we actually go through and click on that, that'll actually set everything back to its default colors. So it sets your stroke color and your also fill color back to your normal ones. Now, you've got a couple of drawing tools in here to actually create things. The first one is the line tool. So as you can see, you just press N on your keyboard and that'll give you the line tool. Now very simply, to make any changes, as soon as you select one of these tools on the left hand side, what you'll find is on the right hand side you actually get a few more changes that you can actually make in your properties. So if you'd actually like to change the stroke color, you can do so there. You can change the actual size of the actual stroke. So I'll just do a quick, there's your stroke there. You can see that's at actually 1. We'll make this 20 so you can see the difference. You can see how big it actually makes it. Now you'll notice that you can also have solid color dashed line as well. So through there. Now because this is so thick, you notice that you can't actually see it. Now but watch as I actually change this back down to 1. I'll just select this as 1. And now when I do my dashed line, you can actually see the dashes there. It's because in this one that you have here, because the setting of the stroke was so large, you couldn't actually see that dashed line. So just be careful of that when you're actually drawing your lines. Now another thing that you have with your different styles is you have your different styles there. So when you want to do a cartoon or some sort of animation, don't always go for the solid outlines, try for something a little bit different. The ragged line looks really good to get that sort of edgy, grungy look as well. Now, another thing that you have on here is what we have for our caps. So go back to our solid line. Now you can see here the actual capping, that's the end of the lines that you have. You can see with this area here, that's actually changed into a circle. Now if I actually select this, and you'll actually notice the capping change, as I change it, make it square. See how it's changed to square there? Okay, if I put none on it, that's what it looks like. Now if I do have it square, and say I want to join some lines, you can actually have it rounded or you can actually have it mited, which means that when you actually put another line and it joins together, you'll have a nice hard edge. So anything to do with any squares or rectangles, that's the best way of doing that. Okay, that's a simple line drawing. Now although all these lines have actually been drawn, another thing you can actually do with the line tool or any other outline is if you move your cursor close to the line, you'll notice that the cursor changes and it looks like a half semicircle. Whilst that's selected, you can actually put a curve into the line. So depending on where you move it on the line will depend on where the curve generates. And you can see you can stretch it out. Okay, you can do a slight bend, and depending on which point I get close to, we'll actually put a bit of a curve on there as well. So that's another thing you can also do with all of your lines. Once you've made a selection, you can actually change it. So if I want to get away from this dashed line, I'm actually going to change it to a hatched line there. As you can see, it's hatches there. So whilst it's selected, I can actually change the look of the line. I can also go back and change the color as well. Okay, so you can always make all of these different changes at any stage, any time that you want, quite easily and very quickly. Okay, that's the line tool.